Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my rant of 90 Day Fiance the Other Way, Season 5, Episode 15. We've been looking at this for 15 episodes. That's got to be a typo. Anyway, y'all, let's get into it. This episode was called Family Matters, but it doesn't seem like it matters anything to Shakina. Let's do it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. I'm hoping that you all can see me. It appears to be some kind of system glitch going on with YouTube tonight where it doesn't seem like StreamYard is connecting to YouTube. I have no idea what's happening. Um, I'm hoping that they resolve this issue real soon because from a content creator in the content studio, I don't see it. So I'm hoping that you all are seeing me live and in living color. If not, we'll find out now, won't we? Oh, yes, we will. So if I had to rate this episode of Family Matters 90 Day Fiance the Other Way, Season 5, Episode 15, I would probably rate this episode a D. Let me know down in the live comment section and on a live replay what you all will rate this episode. This show is just going down. So I'm going to be doing everything manually, y'all, because for some reason something's going on and I have no idea what it is. I am accustomed to bringing the people up on the screen for y'all. And that's what we're going to try to do, right? We're going to make it do what it do. That's one thing about a fighter. And another thing about a Leo. We're going to keep it pushing regardless of the circumstances, situations that's going on. Okay? We're going to keep it going. This was like, this show for me is not doing it. It's just not doing it. I apologize for not being out here last night, but I got so much going on till I couldn't make it. So please forgive me for that. So let me see if I can bring these people up on the side. This looks like to me that I got these people out of place. I think I got them out of place. I do. I do. So the first couple that I want to talk about is Kenny and Armando. So Kenny and Armando, of course, we remember from last episodes, it seems like it's been a month since we've even seen them, right? But Kenny and Armando have decided that they are going to pursue having a baby. We know that Kenny was reluctant. Kenny was reluctant to doing it because of his age and stuff like that. But he has since changed his mind and said that he's always been a fighter. He's always fought for whatever, you know, he's wanted in life, and everything that he's got, he's had to fight for it, right? So he's decided that he's going to do it. And so now we see them having a conversation with the little girl. And she is struggling with her dad, Armando, spending more time with the baby. And so they reassure her that that is not going to happen. They asked her, what is it that she liked about being in Mexico City, and she said the school and stuff like that. So they're one big happy family. Boring. Why are they still here? Why are they still here? The next couple that I want to talk about, are they on this show? So damn confused. The next couple that I want to talk about is TJ and Kimberly. So we are on day 2 of TJ and Kimberly's excuse me, y'all. We are on day 2. That's how boring the show is. Like dead ass. This is how boring this show is. It's so boring that I'm gonna push through. Anyway, and anywho, we see them on day 3. Kimberly is frustrated because she feels like there's a lot of things that are going on. As far as the ceremony, she doesn't feel like anybody cares about her. But she doesn't understand what's happening. They're doing different things ceremonially, right? That she is like, okay, what the hell is going on? Can somebody tell me before we get there so I understand? Now, Kimberly's justification for acting an ass like this is that this is very religious. She's a religious person. And if it's important to TJ, then it's important to her. How many of y'all believe that? Don't none of us believe that. So anyway, she's saying that, if it's important to him, it's important to her, and she wants to be able to understand, what's taking place and what's going on, and, all the going ons. And so, they're like, oh, okay, she gets TJ comes over. And she's like, look, there's a lot going on. I feel ignored. I feel like I'm late to my own ceremony. I don't feel involved in it. I don't understand what people are doing. Is there any way that you can help? And TJ was like, I've been going through this particular ceremony that, the husband goes through, and I can't babysit you. But what I will do is try to, help as much as I can. And she was like, but TJ, I don't want this to be on you. Okay, so then what do you want? So she asked for an interpreter because they come over and they do, more things in the ceremony and stuff like that. And, because she's saying that she doesn't know what's going on. And I really was like, okay, so how does she not know what's going on? How does she not know what's happening in the ceremony? When there was a ceremony that was going on, all the men had on yellow, including her father. All of the men had on yellow, including her father. So some kind of way, somehow, bitch, you got an itinerary or at least a color scheme. I refuse to believe that these people, it just makes it seem like, okay, and I'm going to go ahead on and be real and funky with it because y'all know how I am. It's like you're trying to make it seem like this is, they third world. They don't have this together. They don't know how to communicate. They fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? They ignorant as hell. They don't know how to do business. That's what it made it seem like, because I'm like, you got something, because every color scheme and everything that's been going on in the ceremony seemed like your daddy and your mama know what's going on. Her mother sat down to have a conversation about her with her about her stomach. But now all of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But your daddy got yellow on. The brothers had yellow on. All the men had yellow on. You know that somebody said, okay, this is the color scheme. This is what we're going to be doing. All of the men are going to be wearing yellow. On this particular day, everybody's going to be in orange. On this day, everybody's going to be in pink. This is the... Like what? And the thing about it is the stuff that they have been doing has been absolutely beautiful. Just the colors, and it's so vibrant and rich and all that kind of stuff. And you can tell that they spent a pretty penny on this. And she was like, where's the staff and all of this? And TJ was like, look, it's just me and my family putting this together. We ain't got it to do. It's me and my family doing this. What the fuck? We got a whole lot going on. And I mean, and this is costing oodles and noodles of money. It's not like TJ's family is broke and they poor and impoverished and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to tell a story to make it really seem like these people are unlearned and ignorant. And it's not the case. They know what the hell colors to wear. They know what's going on. They know what's going on. These people can afford to have a wedding, bring people in on bus loads and some. So we're not going with they're unlearned. We're not going with nobody's giving me attention. Nobody is doing X, Y, and Z. And like, we're not going. I'm not doing it. I ain't got it to do. After TJ came over and babysat her and told her step by step, okay, we're going to do the turmeric and blah, blah, blah. They're going to put it to start with your feet, and they're going to go to your head, and then, and then they're going to move over to me. And this is to unify us. This is to, the very beginning of really the official ceremony of us getting married. Now, she said if she had married him in the United States, that, she would be done by now and, making love to her husband. Well, guess what? You're not in the United States. Boo, adjust. God damn, adjust. It's just the way that she treats people for the cameras. Because I truly believe that a lot of this is acting. Yeah, I do. It's disgusting. Because you have to think about it. Let's say that this is acting and that she is being prompted to do this. You got to think about the mindset of the person who's writing this down for her to do. That's the disgusting part. If this is something that they're prompting her to do, what kind of mindset do the producers have? That you writing this out, be an ass. Bitch, I ain't got it to do with y'all. I ain't messing with y'all. They are on the other show. The next couple that I want to talk about is Brandon and Mary. Now, of course, last week we understand that, Mary was like, look, mother, you messing up in every which way but left. Brandon asks Mary, should I leave? Mary doesn't want to be a single mother. She wants to be honorable and respectable in her community. And while she is not showing, she wants him to marry her. But she wants him to help her with the store. She wants him to step up and be a man. So we see, them wrapping up that conversation about, whether or not he should leave. And Mary was like, why? Because you don't think that you can get yourself together, Brandon? So Brandon goes on to say that he needs to act better. This is how he's been dealing with things all his life, especially, with the mother and stuff like that. And we saw Mary as a problem. And I'm not saying that Mary is not a problem, right? But we originally saw Mary as being, the one who was problematic. But now we see that it's both of them. Brandon is lazy. He doesn't want to work. He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to turn the television down. He doesn't know anything about respecting the family name. He doesn't know anything about impregnating this man's granddaughter and then coming back and asking, can you marry her? Of course, mother, you going to marry her. They were happy because he asked, but he should have married. My whole thing is it's the integrity issue for me. Because the grandfather asked him to promise a promise that he would not touch his granddaughter. And Brandon did exactly that. And so now we see, Brandon in a place where they ready for him to go to fuck home. So in order to save himself, he says that he is going to make a promise that he's going to be able to change his ways. It ain't happening. I guarantee you them bitches are still fighting. I guarantee they are still fighting. Anyway, he proposes. The grandfather says yes, especially since she's pregnant. You can marry her before, we get just utterly embarrassed by the village. Help get, something from the store. This is a boring ass show. I mean, I'm trying to tell you this. Thank you so much, Dot. I love you too, boo. Thank you so much, Charlotte Payne, for the $2 super chat. She's a Payne auntie. Learn the ceremony. Love you. Love you too, boo. Thank you so much, Brooklyn, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. It's so much going over here. I think Mary came on to him also. It takes two. Now she's crying wolf. Karen, I'm not saying that she didn't. I'm saying he's the one that made the promise. That's all I see. Don't shoot me, Karen. Okay. I'm just saying he is a man made a promise to her grandfather. I'm not saying that she did not, come on to him. And I'm not saying that she's not responsible for, what happened. I ain't saying that, boo. But thank you for your comments, sweetie pie. The next phony, fake ass couple that I want to talk about is Sarper and Shakina. This just makes, this just took women back 100 years, bitch. To have this man sit up in his house and talk to her like that, and he needing raw meat with his knuckles, bitch. I'm sorry. I ain't got it to do. You talk about losing some weight. You talk about losing some weight. Bitch, I will be a size 2 by the time I left there if I got to eat knuckle sandwiches. If I got to eat knuckle meat. No. I would never eat nothing over there if I had to eat food that's raw and somebody's knuckles all in it. But anyway, Sarper's sister is supposed to be there. She is the mouthpiece for the family, according to Shakina. Shakina's sister is there. She's the mouthpiece for the family, and she is over there to get a perception of who Sarper is. Bitch, they already know. Shakina is the type of person who goes back and tell her sister everything and then sits there and act like she didn't throw the rock, bitch, across the room. You threw the rock across the room, bitch. We saw you when you threw it across the room. We saw you. We saw you. So she goes back and tell her sister all the stuff that Sarper's been doing, how he's been acting, his headboard, like everything. And she goes back and tells the sister that he won't post me a picture of me on Instagram and he won't show me his DMs. So the sister steps her ass out there and confronts him about gaining access to his DMs, and he was like, no. Then he proceeds to go and call Sarper a hoe. I mean, Shakina a hoe. A stripper, a hoe, everything. She's saying it's a language barrier. He don't know that's what he said. No, he know a hoe. He know a hoe from a housewife. He know exactly what the fuck he said. Ain't nobody clueless about this bullshit. Nobody. Who's clueless? We're not. We see exactly what's happening. There's some bullshit. She likes to be treated like this. She wants us to see her as a damsel in distress, and this man is controlling. But still, and yet she after he had called her a hoe, said he'd rather die than to let them see his DMs. He said it's private to me, just like he said I will compare this to you showing somebody your drawers. We're supposed to believe that Shakina is a damsel in distress, that she's with this controlling man. No, this is what she wanted to be. And it's also, to me, very, very scripted. I'm telling y'all, I don't know if I'm coming back next season with this. Y'all better start. I'm telling you now, y'all better start binge watching, because this stuff right here, this shows have gotten on my nerve. And I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it a buck 100. It's gotten on my nerve. I could be packing right now. I'm sick of the phoniness. I'm sick of it being fake. And I'm not even lying, y'all. I'm so sick of it, I don't know what to do. I hate that I can't come out with the grins and the giggles and the kiki and the car, just like this. They sitting in the car throwing blows at each other. He's telling her she can't have a baby, but they sit in front of a man. And in 15 minutes of airtime, they resolve their issues. They resolve their issues that they've been having since they've been together. And they sit down with each other, with a counselor, a therapist. He tells Johan he need to grow up. So Johan goes in there, then and the therapist asks, let's start. Let's have a conversation. They have the conversation, right? But Johan yields to Danielle to talk first. It's the same cowardly behavior that we saw from Kelly on The Last Resort. Let the woman take the lead. So Danielle is like, bam, got him. This is what I usually have to do. I've got to take the lead on everything in this relationship. I was like, okay, he gave that to her. To her. So the next thing we see them having this discussion where Johan, the guy asks Johan, what do you think is the problem? So he says that he believes the problem is that Danielle says one thing and does another. She said that she was going to buy him a house and she was going to make life good for him, and he ain't got nothing. You don't got anything because you don't work. And you don't have anything because she filed bankruptcy here in the United States of America. So you didn't do your homework on this chick. You saw that white skin. And I ain't trying to be offensive to nobody, but we going to keep it a buck 100. Key saw that white skin and automatically assumed American white, a rich American woman. But what he did not realize is that there here in America, you have poor white women, you got working class white women, you got wealthy white women. And that, my dear, comes in every color, race, creed, nationality. You got poor black women, you got working class black women, and then you got wealthy black women. We can go on and on. Just because your ass is living in the U.S. of damn A, don't mean that when you go over to these foreign countries, that you ain't pay your rent, bitch, before you went. You was like, I'm going to put my rent on hold. I'm going to be a few days late on this because I'm going over here to Turks and Caicos with my girlfriends off my rent money, bitch. See, you can't ever count nobody pocket because you don't know how the person got what's in the pocket. Whether they big, borrowed, stole, or work for it, you don't know. So he sees her coming over there. He's seen other people with wealthy women, and he ain't get it. And he been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And she been BSing them and controlling them and BSing and controlling them. But they have the audacity to sit in front. He had the audacity to sit there and say, Danielle told me to quit my job. She would take care of me. Danielle said, bitch, I ain't never told you nothing like that. I ain't never said that. She said, I'm always talking about you taking financial responsibility. But how about you let him take and pay the bills then? How about y'all sit down? See, the thing about it is you taking the cash from him, paying it off of your account, isn't teaching him finances. It isn't teaching him how to be fiscally and financially responsible. It's not. That's why our kids don't know about the light bill. They got the fan going, the TV going, the games going. They got the lights on and all over the house. They doing all kinds of charging this and charging that, and water just going off. They ironing late at night and because they don't know nothing about responsibility. They don't know that electricity ain't free. They don't have no idea the concept of Pepco. Pepco? What's a Pepco? So if you don't teach them, sit them down and say, okay, this is the power company. They're the ones who provide the lights up in this month because they ain't free, batch. This is the gas. Will you cut that stove on? Johan thinks he's paying his way because he giving her a chunk of change. He giving her a chunk of change, so she just taking it, keeping the cash, paying electronically. But how is that making him responsible? I'm not saying that she has to mother him. I'm saying she got to mother him because she knew what she got and what she had before she married him. She knew he lived in his mom and them shack or house or the best that they could live. She know he came from a poor village. She even criticized the mother and the kids. So she knew what it was. She knew what it was. She knew what it was. She knew she was marrying a little boy with a big, and that's what she chose. And this is what she got. And Daniel says, if you thought that I said that I would take care of you for the rest of your life, I apologize for your misunderstanding. But I ain't say that, and I'm not taking care of you for the rest of your life. I ain't say that to you. So guess what? Here we have it, where the two of them are sitting in front of this man. She said she apologized to you, Johan. Get over it. You gonna change? You not gonna change? All right then. Successful therapy session. How many of us know it takes weeks, months to get over stuff? This man, they should have went to an accountant, bitch. Because this ain't, nothing's ever resolved with them. Danielle is one of those people who got a whole lot of hopes and dreams about what therapy going to do, and talking to my girlfriends and talking to his friends. When it come down to real life, fuck all of that. Yes, you need therapy. I'm for therapy. But you need some financial literacy too, bitch. And it's obvious that he does not have any of that. Anytime he up in somebody's shop, they paid him up underneath the table, they snatch it from him, and he in there swatting flies, bitch. He done hired a full-time fly swatter. Anyway, y'all, is that the last couple? Yeah, that's the last couple. This is the end of my review. This sorry ass show. I'm telling you, I ain't giving it an hour. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. Hold on, let me see if it'll let me acknowledge. I just want to say shout out to Dot, to Miss Charlotte Payne, Miss Charlotte Bain. I'm sorry, Charlotte. Brooklyn. Thank you, boo. That's cute though. Oh, I didn't even see that. Thank you so much, Shakina Hood, for the 199 super chat. She left smiling after he threw her infertility out. Okay. That's why you know, Shakita, that this ain't it. This ain't real. Anyway, I love you all so much. Y'all have a great night. And until next time, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.